got the right bitch. No lefty, walking my truth, don't fuck with my 17 crawl for you walk, run it, catch me, got a sharp tongue, spit. Did y'all hear about this story about Miss Michelle Peacock? Baby, trigger warning. Trigger warning. Baby, this story is real. Some of y'all may be familiar with this story because it caught headlines. A cisgender woman was stabbed to death because the killer believed that she was trans. Yes, 59-year-old Michelle Dionne Peacock of Richmond, Indiana, was killed on July 3rd in her apartment complex, the Merrill Henderson Apartments in Richmond, Indiana. Yes, according to the affidavit, Tom Wayne Earl, 67 years old, was the person who stabbed Michelle. According to the affidavit, like I said, Earl approached Michelle, who was in the gazebo outside of the apartment building, and slit her throat with a straight razor. I can't make this shit up, and I wish I didn't have to read it. Michelle was pronounced dead at the scene, and eyewitnesses reported that she had bled severely from the laceration. Police reportedly arrived at the scene about 1:20 p.m. and the bystanders were still there, attempting to hold Tommy Earl back. The bystanders were still trying to hold him back when the police got there. Not only did he slit this woman's throat, not only has she already passed away, but he still wanted to inflict harm against her body. When the officers showed up, he even threatened them with the same weapon that he used to take Michelle's life. It's been reported that prior to this altercation, Michelle had been filing complaints against Tommy Earl for approximately a year. He had apparently been harassing her throughout the apartment complex, and she was complaining to family members that nothing was being done about the harassment. When investigators questioned Tommy Earl, he referred to Michelle as a male acting like a woman. Clearly, he believed that this black cisgender woman was trans. And in him believing that she was trans, he was under the impression that he was able to take her life, that it was okay. That's because a lot of this anti-trans legislation and a lot of the anti-trans rhetoric that a lot of y'all speak out of y'all mouths so freely. But the public absorbs it completely different when this anti-trans rhetoric is coming out of the mouth of the people who are supposed to serve and protect them, the people who are supposed to represent them legally, the people who are supposed to represent this country. Earl went on to say, as he was being arrested, he went on to say, quote, he would do it again, unquote. Earl confirmed that the pair did not get along, and he also admitted that he had had prior disputes with Michelle. Whew. Michelle complained of being bullied by Tommy Earl for a long time, and nothing was done. He took this lady's life and then wanted to continue to attack her afterwards. What kind of fucking monster could do this? Like, child. This is the kind of monster that could do that. Are you surprised? Are you surprised that it's an older white man? Are you surprised that it's an older white man who's a junkie? Black woman had an older white junkie living in her apartment complex, harassing her. She'd reported it commonly for at least a year, says her daughter. The man who took her life even admitted that they had had prior incidents. And absolutely nothing was done. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. Clearly I'm reporting on this because he took this woman's life because he thought she was trans. The bigger point is that she's not trans. The biggest point is that it shouldn't matter if she was. Just like Michelle is someone's mother, I, for example, am someone's daughter. It would not be okay for you to take my life or any of my sister's lives or any of my brother's lives just because we're trans. Please donate to the family of Michelle Dionne Peacock. The GoFundMe link is in the description of this video. Please donate. Please share. Another point that I want y'all to know. Earl claimed during multiple interviews that he is glad that he killed her and he would do it again even after finding out that she wasn't trans. He talked about experiencing a psychotic break, but ain't nobody trying to hear that shit because he also talks about injecting his own prescription medications, which were not injectables. So if this was a psychotic break, this was a self-induced, drug-induced psychotic break. Tommy, I have no cares for you. I wish they had cameras and shit in hell for us to see you burn, Tommy. I don't give a fuck nothing about nothing you try to claim about no mental health, honey. Tommy also said that he doesn't want to be housed with black people in jail because he doesn't get along with them. I just wanted to add that point. That was an important point for me to add to all the black folks who watch this, to all the black transphobic folks. Baby, the thing that a lot of us keep trying to get across to y'all, the thing that a lot of us black queers keep trying to get across to the black community as a whole, is that the same notion, the same rhetoric, the same ideas, the same ideology that doesn't like you for being black is the same thing and the same ideology and the same notions and the same people who don't like trans people. So when you become a transphobic black person, you are just a black person who's hopping on the cracker bandwagon, hopping on the America bandwagon. Baby,